Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're in chapter 7 of Koharu, and there's 2 more chapters left before the endings. I think I'm just going to skip the recap. I don't really feel like recapping, except that Koharu left and he's trying to figure out what's wrong with Misa, why she's having these episodes of fainting and dizziness and feverish. Other than that, I think I'm just gonna move on from there. 2 days had passed since Koharu left. Both he and Yukimaro were still looking for a solution to my illness. While they were gone, Toka had been by my side watching over me, but ever since this morning I haven't been able to see him. So Toka told her 2 days ago, whenever Koharu left, that the next day was the last day that the exorcism was going to be, I guess, active. So after the effects wore off, she was not going to see him anymore. So Toka has left now. Regardless, I was sure that he was still near. Knowing that made me feel a bit stronger. In terms of my health, I hadn't felt much different and had been living normally. And then, when I was in class, I wonder if it's alright for me to confess my feelings like I did. Even as I took notes in class, my heart was elsewhere. All I could think about was when I confessed my feelings to Koharu as he hugged me. As important is that I told him how I feel. Actually, I felt a bit relieved. I never really expected an answer from him, so selfish as it might seem, I felt really good being able to tell him my feelings. Though I was curious about his feelings in return, no matter what, our future wouldn't change. We were doomed to part. Actually, I don't think I want to know how Koharu feels. I remembered how much I worried I was a burden to him. I don't want to feel that way again. These thoughts kept circling in my mind, meaning that I didn't hear a word the teacher said. I looked up and down from my notes in the blackboard, but then suddenly... Huh? Out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw a shadow at the window of the classroom door. I squinted, looking carefully, and... He's watching you. I saw Koharu standing in the hallway. I was so surprised that I fell out of my chair. Instantly, there was a commotion in my class, and all the students turned to look at me. Sayaka sitting nearby rushed over and I nodded lightly to her. This is so embarrassing. My face turned bright red as I stood up next to my chair. Was that Koharu just now? What's he doing here? Curiosity got the better of me and I couldn't help but call out to the teacher. I'm sorry, I think I just hurt myself falling. Would it be alright if I went to the nurse's office?
Oh, 行ってきなさい.
Thank you. I left the classroom, but just as I expected, I found Koharu standing there. Having not seen him in so long, my heart leapt with excitement. Koharu? Trying to calm down, I whispered to him quietly. Koharu looked amused.
見事な転びっぷりだったな.
It's all your fault, Koharu. I was surprised to see you.
悪い悪い. お前の様子が気になってな.
You were worried about me.
あんなことがあったんだ. 心配するのは当たり前だろ.
You might have a point there. Well, thank you, but so far I've been alright.
そうみたいだな. 今のところは転んだくらいか.
It seemed my fall was quite entertaining for him, and he laughed mischievously. I forgot how annoying he could be. Anyway, did you find anything out about my condition?
ああ、それなんだが、もう少し時間がかかりそうでな。ちなみに、Yukimaroの方は空振りだ。
I see. Sorry for all the trouble. Thank you both for all your help.
手間とか言うんじゃねえ。俺がしたくてしてることだ。
Hearing him say that makes me feel so happy.
一つ聞くが、症状が現れる前、どんなことを考えていた？
You were thinking about how we don't want to part from you and how much we like you. What was I thinking about? The first time, I think Yukimaro was talking about a farewell. And I thought about Koharu. The next time, Koharu and I were discussing about when we'd have to part ways, and you were thinking about Koharu. When I fainted at school, I was talking about Koharu. It's like all about you. Each time I was thinking about Koharu. This is strange to say, but I was thinking about you, Koharu. He narrowed his eyes. Koharu didn't blush this time. Instead, his expression turned serious.
やっぱり、そうか。
Oh, he expected that. What do you mean by that? Do you think it's related to my condition?
今、情報を探している最中でな。確定してから伝える。不安だろうが、辛抱してくれ。
As he spoke, he gently patted my head, and I felt myself calm down. I'll be fine.
それじゃあ、俺はそろそろ行く。あ、学校が終わったら、雪丸が校門まで迎えに来ることになってるからな。
We don't want Yukimaro, we want you. This is your route. Dang it. Oh, I can still see Yukimaro. Last night was the last time I was able to see Toka.
やっぱり、そうだったか。お前にかけられているお祓いの力が、さっきから感じられなくてな。雪丸は、俺みたいに術をかけるだろうから、すぐ見えなくなるわけじゃねえ。ま、さっきまでトーカもお前のそばにいたしな。
Oh, really? When I can't see him, I guess I can't feel his presence either. That made me sad, but I was also happy to know that he was with me earlier. So, will you be gone for a while again this time?
捨てられた子犬みてえな顔だな。
Sorry. That's right. I want to do my best to smile. I tried to brighten up and smile. I'll be waiting for you.
ああ、もうすぐ帰れると思うから、それまで耐えてくれ。
Got it. Oh, I'll walk you to the school entrance. I'm heading to see the nurse anyway. Having finally got the chance to see him, I wanted to spend as much time with him as possible.
遠慮してもついてきそうだな。それじゃ、送ってもらうか。
I just realized I read the sentence wrong, but it's fine. We started walking, and as I was about to head down the central stairs, suddenly Koharu grabbed my wrist.
もう一つの階段を使うぞ。あっちの方が昇降口に近いだろ。
Why? Is there a haunted ghost in the mirror? Oh, right, good point. Oh. Koharu was right, the north stairs were closer than the central stairs, but there's a ghost in that mirror. Something feels off. All he did was suggest a different flight of stairs, and yet it stood out to me. Koharu seemed nervous. That's what I remembered. When we came here on the weekend, on the way to the library, Koharu stopped and looked up at the central stairs.
と、悪い。
Are you alright?
ああ、なんでもね。
I don't see a mirror in that image, though. Something seemed off about him then, too. Could there be something at the stairs? Seeing as Koharu was a spirit, it made sense that he would be able to see ghosts. Koharu, is there something you're not telling me about the central stairs? I softly asked, turning towards him, and Koharu slowed down slightly.
お前、目ざといな。
You don't have to say it like that.
悪いように思ってねえよ。ただ、よく見てんなってさ。
All it has to do with someone I care about. I muttered the words in my mind. Koharu looked away and placed his hand on the wall of the staircase landing.
ここに、鏡があるだろ。あっちの階段には。
Oh, right, the full-length mirror. On the landing between the first and second floor, there was a large full-length mirror.
あの鏡の中にいるやつが気になってな。
There's a kid in the mirror.
そんな恐ろしいもんじゃねえよ。ただの幽霊だ。
A ghost sounds pretty scary to me.
その幽霊は友人でな。
Oh yeah, I forgot that they were friends. I totally forgot. I thought he was just avoiding the stairs because Hibiki is a obsessive ghost. Obsessive about her warmth and the fact that he wants to touch her all the time. But yeah, I totally forgot that They were friends when Hibiki was alive, I believe, because Hibiki called him all the time, and he even lent her a spirit board and other roots. Koharu stroked the wall with his hand. His eyes waxed nostalgically as he gazed into the distance. What kind of person was he? Curious about the kind of friends Koharu had, I asked, and he laughed.
少し長くなるぞ。
It's fine. I've got time before class ends. I know, we haven't had a story time with Koharu yet. We don't know about your past. I don't know why you have such trouble with humans and leaving them.
お前、サボってる自覚ないだろ。
He said he had a part way once, I think, that was really painful for him, and I wonder if he's about to tell us what it is. Oh, well, no, but I can't help but be curious. I wanted to know everything about Koharu.
なら、仕方ねえか。
Koharu relented and began to open up to me. Hey, story time. The story goes back a few decades. I was still living as the spirit board back then. Each time someone summoned me to ask questions, I responded, and so on and so forth. Eventually, I got tired of the repetitiveness of it all. During that time, there was this one kid in particular who kept summoning me. He would always perform the spirit board ritual in the classroom after school once everyone else had left.
こっくりさん、こっくりさん、教えてください。こっくりさん、明日のお天気は晴れですか?
Doesn't sound like Hibiki. I mean, if he died, I guess this must have been years after he used the spirit board, though.
こっくりさん、今日お母さんが作るご飯は何ですか?
Day in, day out, without fail, he summoned me after school to ask me these trivial questions. But as was my role, I dutifully answered his silly questions each day. Initially, he was frightened, but eventually he began to smile.
こっくりさん、僕は友達ができません。どうしたらいいですか?
For a moment, I hesitated. I was unable to provide him an answer. As I saw his shoulders sink, a wave of irritation surged within me. How would I know that's your problem, kid? Such thoughts crossed my mind, but I found myself observing him more and more. He was always alone at school, something he concealed from his parents. Each day he put on a forced smile. I surmised he sought to alleviate his loneliness by communicating with me daily. That was when the incident occurred. That day, as usual, the kid was at school summoning me. It was an ordinary day, but just as he was about to ask his question, his classmates barged into the room and interrupted the ritual.
うわ、何やってんのお前。見ろよ、変な紙でなんかやってる。
The stupid brat started mocking him, snatching the spirit board paper away from him. That really pissed me off.
返して、お願い。
He clutched the coin tightly, trying not to let go, but the coin had already left the spirit board paper. Which means you're haunted now. Koharu paused and looked towards me.
この後、俺がどうしたのか、お前ならわかるだろ。
You appeared to him. Though the boy held onto the coin, based on what Koharu implied, I guessed what happened next. He broke the ritual. Koharu nodded.
俺はそいつをたたらなきゃならなくなった。
I never thought about it before, but wouldn't haunting him have the opposite effect? I mean, you said that spirit boards need to be used or else they'll be forgotten. Then they disappear, right? If you did something scary, like haunt someone, people would get scared of using them and they might stop altogether.
それでもたたらないといけねえんだよ。これは儀式を行った人間のためだ。
You say it was for his own good. You make it sound like it's such a bad thing, but he just used a spell in Yukimaro's root so she can see ghosts. Like, he gave her a benefit and then left. I don't understand what the point is. Wait, do you mean for his own good?
ああ、たたらずに放っておけば、運悪く死ぬこともある。
What?
だから、たたられる恐ろしさを植え付けさせ、二度と儀式を失敗させないようにする。戒めってわけだ。
I had no idea, but why would messing up the ritual lead to death? Why do people have to die because of this?
儀式で使う紙と硬貨には、こっくりさんの容器が宿るようになっていてな。だから、紙から硬貨がはみ出したり、硬貨から指を離したりすれば、その容器があたりに漏れ出し、漂う。そうなれば、容器に当てられたあやかしが寄ってきちまうんだ。
Come to think of it, when Koharu appeared before me, purple smoke emerged from the archway I had drawn. Was that his spirit power?
優しいあやかしならいい。だが、人に悪さをするあやかしなら、最悪、殺されるだろうな。
To be killed by a spirit.
だから、こっくりさんは儀式を失敗した人間の前にだけ姿を現す。それはたたるためと、その人間を他のあやかしから守るためだ。
Oh. Then the boy you mentioned.
怖い目に遭わせちまった。
Koharu sighed before continuing his story. Does that mean he knows what Koharu looks like? Probably. I wonder if they're going to see each other in this. Although irritated by the kids who interrupted the ritual, I appeared before him.
ち、まさかこんなことになるとはな。
We were really unlucky at the time. The boy had attracted the attention of the spirit that loved to consume humans. Oh. So it wasn't Koharu?
なあ、戸が開かないんだけど。寒い。夏なのに息が白いなんて。
The three kids, including those brats, were trapped inside the classroom. Despite the windows and doors being sealed, a chill wind swept through the room.
うまそうな人の子がいるの。どれ、食ってやろうか。
I'm a little confused. I thought he said the spirit powers leak if you mess up the ritual. But if he's the spirit board spirit, how does it attract other spirits? If it's his power that's leaking, why is... Or is it not Koharu's power that's leaking? I don't understand that part. Why is there two spirits? The boy turned pale as he stared at me, then the spirit targeted that boy. I saw the spirit's long, sharp claw raised upwards, ready to swing down on the boy. I quickly pushed him behind me. But... the spirit's claw pierced through my right eye. Oh, is that why he has a scar?
くそ、こいつに手出すんじゃねえよ。
Ignoring the pain, I grabbed the spirit's claw, broke it off, seized his horn, and flung him. Just talking about it is still traumatic. The spirit fled, the spell in the room lifted, and those little brats ran out of the classroom. The boy and I were left alone. I picked up the ritual paper with those brats left behind and handed it to the kid, then sat on the floor.
たく、散々だぜ。
The boy just stared at me, his eyes wide with fear. Fortunately, I was the only one he could see, so he didn't see what happened with the other spirit. Still, the kid was smart. He seemed to know that I fought with something invisible.
その目が。
ああ、俺か。まあ、かすり傷だ。どうってことね。
僕を守ってくれたんですよね。こいつに手を出すなって言ってたから。
The kid was on the verge of tears, but he took out a handkerchief from his pocket and offered it to me.
必要ねえ。放っておけば治る。
He pulled his handkerchief away, clutching it tightly. Then he asked me a question.
こっくりさん、何ですか？
ああ、そうだ。お前が儀式を失敗したから、たたるために現れた。
I said these words, but at the same time, I knew what happened wasn't his fault. Those snotty kids from before were to blame. Given the situation, do I really need to haunt him? As I thought those things, the boy began to cry.
ごめんなさい。僕が失敗したから悪いものが来ちゃったんだ。
いや、それは。
Poor Koharu. He's like, I don't know what to do.
そのせいでこっくりさんが友達にこんな大きな怪我を。
は？友達？
Aww, he considered him his friend from the beginning.
いつも来てくれて話を聞いてくれて、僕こっくりさんがいたから学校に来れていて、寂しくても休まず学校に通いているのはこっくりさんに友達に会うためだから。それなのに僕が
Seeing him so distraught over someone like me, I felt happy.
そのハンカチ、貸せ。
I took the handkerchief from him and wiped away his tears.
よく聞け。大切なものを守りたいなら、強くなれ。お前ならそうなれる。なんたって、俺の保証付きなんだからな。
僕なんか
あんのクソガキどもは一目散に逃げていったが、お前はこうやって、あやかしの俺と堂々と話せてる。お前は、人間のくせに度胸があるやつだよ。ただ、今度俺を呼ぶときは、本当に困ったときだけにしろ。それ以外は、自分で何とかするんだ。強く生きていけ。見ててやるから。
The boy nodded, and though he was still crying, his expression softened into a full smile.
はい、強くなります。
いい顔だ。そうだ、友達なら名を知っておかねえとな。
響です。
俺は小春だ。これで俺たちは友人ってことになる。だからお前をたたることはしね
Oh, is that going to get him in trouble?
ありがとう、小春さん。
Since that day, Hibiki never called on me again. Koharu finished his story, touching the scar on his face.
え。あの時のことを今でも後悔している。
Why does he regret it, though? I need to know. I frowned, puzzled by the words after hearing him tell the story.
自分で何とかしろ。強く生きろって。そう声をかけたのは間違いだった。
Oh? Is it because it led to his death? Why? Koharu paused before slowly beginning to explain.
一人、己の状況に絶望し、話す相手もなく、あいつは自殺した。いつでも俺を呼べって言うべきだった。
Hearing all of this, I realized how much I still didn't know about Koharu. It's a glossary term? What is it? A long time ago, Koharu met Hibiki through the spirit board ritual. Koharu still cares about Hibiki. Currently, Hibiki is one of the Narimigahama High 7 Wonders. I feel like there's nothing I could say. Even knowing the whole story, what could I have said? What words could have possibly been right ones?
俺は呼ばれないと何もしてやれない。いくら見守ると言って様子を見ていても、それだけだ。響は今もあの時と同じ。一人きりで鏡の中にいる。
And the mirror, it's the one located on the central staircase. Koharu nodded. Can't you just visit and talk to him?
今さらなんて声をかけりゃいい。
I know he feels that way, but Hibiki would be delighted to see you, probably.
それに響は、いや、これまで俺と関わった人間は俺のことなんて覚えてないだろう。
He thinks he doesn't remember him. He definitely remembers him.
あやかしはいずれ忘れられていく。
In fact, he still has the spirit board memento. He took it with him, even as a ghost. Like that's the one material thing he still has.
人間は勝手な生き物だぜ。だから嫌いなんだ。
I heard him say that before. Now I felt like I truly understood the meaning behind those words. What should I say? I won't forget you. That's the choice, but we're going to make a save file first. I won't forget you. I won't forget you. They were the only words I could muster, but I meant every one of them.
ありがとうよ。
His melancholic smile pained me. I impulsively took his hand. Koharu, I have feelings for you. I care about you, truly, deeply. I'll never forget you. He made him speechless. There's no way I could possibly forget someone I've fallen in love with. I smiled and saw Koharu blushing to the tip of his ears. He quickly turned away. I felt a sharp pain in my heart as he turned away. I smiled to hide it. It wasn't the reaction I'd hoped for when I told him how I felt about him. But I also knew now wasn't the time to dwell on it. I didn't care about myself being hurt. I wanted to make him feel better, and so I gently pulled on his hand. Come on, let's go. We need to hurry, or class will end and I'll be caught skipping. Koharu silently followed as I led the way towards the entrance.
ありがとう、ミサ。すまない。
Sorry, I can't return your feelings, or I'm going to pretend I can't. His thanks took me by surprise, soothing the sting of the rejection he'd given me before. But why are you apologizing? He smiled back at me, and I couldn't find the meaning behind it.
話したのはお前が初めてだ。あ、いや、雪丸も少し知ってるか。少し胸が軽くなった気がする。ありがとうな。
He didn't tell me why he was apologizing, but I smiled back at him anyway, nodding. He's saying sorry because he wants to return your feelings, but he's trying not to. He's trying to not do what Yukimaro did because he knows you're going to be devastated when he leaves. Like, he was so mad at Yukimaro. He's like, it's your fault she is like this. You go fix it right now. I wasn't really in any pain, but I asked for a compress before heading back to class. I took the central stairs. I paused in front of the full-length mirror and looked attentively at it, but all I saw was my own reflection. I wanted to understand Koharu's feelings, but I'm not sure how to help. Koharu was all searching into my condition. I wanted to do something to help him too. Maybe I can try talking to the mirror. Hibiki, are you there? I didn't really expect a response, but maybe I should keep trying. If Koharu said that Hibiki was in the mirror, he must be there even if he wasn't visible to me. I'm friends with the spirit board. Do you remember Koharu? My fingers brushed against the mirror, grazing its chilly surface. Koharu is... Ooh, controller vibrated. Just as I was about to continue, the mirror became as cold as ice. The bell rang and I quickly retracted my hand. He was there. I bowed to the mirror and hurried back to the classroom. After Misa saw me off, I left the campus and stopped. This is bad. Lately, every time I see her, she's been sharing her feelings with me. I can't pretend not to notice anymore, and more than anything, I'm at my limit. I wish I could just hug her tightly and tell her how I felt about her. How wonderful that would be.
何考えてんだ俺は。
Her feelings for me might not even be real. And besides, a spirit and a mortal being together is forbidden in my clan. I look back at the campus and up at the classroom where Misa should be.
一緒になれなくてもお前を思う心は本物だ。
I silently acknowledged the feelings I couldn't express to her. Then with another deep sigh, I turned towards the direction of my village. Your village? Where's your village at? I want to know. It was lunch break, and as usual, I spread out my lunch while chatting with Sayaka. Oh, maybe I can ask Sayaka about it. If it's about paranormal, Sayaka would be the perfect person to ask. Oh, you know the full-length mirror on the central stairs, is that...
学校の七不思議の一つ、引きずり鏡だね。
Huh? Grasp of the mirror? Why does that sound so familiar? Well, that's right. You said you'd tell me about the grasp of the mirror.
そうそう。結局、神隠しの話にしちゃったから、話せてないままだったんだ。
So the mirror is the grasp of the mirror.
あなたから七不思議の話を振ってくるなんて、珍しいこともあるね。いつもこうだと嬉しいんだけど。
That's probably not going to happen. So what's this grasp of the mirror about anyway? If I can learn about Hibiki, even if it's just a little bit, it might help me talk to him. I had asked about the mirror with that in mind, and then Sayaka eagerly began telling me the story. Here we go, we get another story. As I said before, the grasp of the mirror is one of our 7 school's wonders. As the name suggests, it's a horror story about students getting dragged into the school's mirror. But how did these rumors start, you ask? Well, there was once a student in the school who was bullied each and every day. Some days the kids would hide his books or his shoes. At other times they would put dirt in his desk. They'd sometimes even throw away his lunch. The bullying escalated day by day, and in the end it even got physical. That day was no different. The student was being bullied and he ran from the classroom. The students that bullied him were having fun chasing him. The student being bullied desperately ran down the stairs and slipped. The sound of him rolling down the stairs, bones breaking along the way, echoed through the halls. When the sound stopped, his hands and feet were bent in unspeakable directions. He landed directly in front of the mirror. Ugh. What the heck? Gross. He's no longer even human. Forget it, we better hurry home. How can people be this heartless when a boy falls down the stairs and dies? He looks like that? Like, I know they're bullies, but how can humans be that heartless? I don't understand. None of the students who bullied him showed any kind of concern for him. Instead, they acted like it was no big deal and headed home. Wait. Help me. Later, his body was discovered when the school security guard was doing his rounds. When they found him, he was already dead, but it was clear that he had suffered. Because I'm lonely. I'm sad. I'll never forgive them. The words were etched in blood on the mirror. If the students who bullied him had called for help, he might have lived. Ever since that day, if you pass the mirror and you hear a voice, I'm lonely, I'm sad, I'm here. It's too late. Once you hear the voice, your body freezes as if it's being possessed. A hand comes out of the mirror, pulls you in, and takes you away. The grudge of the student who died alone still haunts that mirror. Oh, the students who bullied him? They all went missing and have yet to be found.
っていう話だよ。どう？怖かった？
It's kind of funny because that's not how he died at all. So I don't know how that story came up. Especially since Koharu said that he killed himself. Yeah, it's just a silly story. That was pretty scary. But according to Koharu, Hibiki took his own life, so the real story has to be different.
黙り込むほど怖かった？でもね、本当にあった話かどうかわからないからこそ七不思議なんだよ。
You're right. At the end of the day, it's just a rumor, huh? Thinking about it that way, maybe I didn't need to worry about the story. So does that mean you've never heard a voice from the mirror?
何度も試してみてるんだけどさ、触ったり声をかけたりしても反応なし。
Sayaka sighed and I can only offer a wry smile. I guess something else. In that case, maybe it was pointless for me to try calling out to him. I've never been one to see ghosts anyway. It made sense he wouldn't respond to me, but if there was even a chance he could hear me, I'll try visiting one more time after school. If he remembered Koharu and I talked to him about the spirit board ritual, all I could focus on was trying to help heal the regret in Koharu's heart. After school, I stood in front of the mirror again. Supposedly Yukimaro is waiting at the school gate for me. I should hurry, but I waited for the hallway to be empty as the sun began to set. Now seems like a good time. After ensuring I was alone, I took one step towards the mirror. Hibiki, are you there? I already knew the answer to the question, so I continued. The spirit bore Koharu, he remembers you. He still thinks of you often. He's been beating himself up over what he said to you. He regrets those words so much. Koharu's a very kind spirit, but you probably already knew that. As I spoke, I pictured Koharu's face and the kind yet melancholy look he had when he spoke of Hibiki. I felt a tug at my heart. Maybe speaking isn't enough. Perhaps if I touched the mirror, my feelings might reach him. I hesitated, recalling the odd feeling I had when I touched it that afternoon. What should I do? We're gonna make a save file. And we're not going to touch the mirror. Feeling a bit anxious, I continue speaking to the mirror. I have a humble request. Please do the spirit board ritual one more time to summon Koharu. Tomorrow, I'll bring the spirit board that I made and the coin I used, so please.
教えてくれてありがとう。
Aww, did she hear it? I hope so. Hibiki's voice echoed in my mind. I glanced around, but I found myself alone. Was that... I looked back at the mirror, seeing only my reflection. His unexpected response gave me chills. It's okay, he's not a scary ghost. Not yet. I mean, in history, he's kind of scary. Also, Yuki doesn't have long hair, so I don't know who that is. Then, suddenly, someone appeared in the mirror. Ah!
これ我じゃ主様。
I was gonna say, that profile looks like Yukimaro. Oh, Yukimaro. I must have made him wait too long, so he came looking for me.
元気そうで安心したぞ。校門で待っていても来ないから心配しての。
I'm sorry, I had something important to do. You just appeared out of nowhere and popped in the mirror. It scared me.
ああ、それはな。神主の払いの効力が切れたゆえ、今、主様に我が見えるよう術をかけ終わった次第なのだ。
So you were waiting by the gate and you were going to be invisible. Okay. Oh, I see. As soon as your spell took effect, your reflection appeared in the mirror. As much as I'm relieved to see him, that was terrible timing. My nose itches so bad, so if my voice is like it's distorting because I'm like putting my hand like in front of my mouth or something, or turning my head, and because my nose itches so dang bad, it just won't stop. Sorry for making you wait. I'm ready now, so let's head home.
ほうほう。なるほど。伝えておこ
Oh, can you see him? Huh? Yukimaro? He was looking at the mirror.
う。主様、この鏡の者が言うにはな、こっくりさんの道具はあるから大丈夫とのことじゃ。
How does he know he's a spirit? Oh, I guess Yukimaro just said, well, I cast the spell so you can see me. What? You were just speaking with Hibiki?
名は知らぬが、主様にそう伝えてほしいということでな。一体どういうことなのだ？
Oh, I'll explain on the way home. Yukimaro and I headed down the stairs. I paused to turn around, bow to the mirror before leaving. On our way home, I shared with Yukimaro what Koharu had told me and what I had experienced. I told him because Koharu had told me that Yukimaro already knew the story.
ほう、そういう話だったのか。我は少ししか聞いておらぬでな。その目はどうしたと聞いたら、名誉の傷だなんて言って詳しく教えてくれなくてな。
Wait, seriously? I thought you knew the whole thing. Oh no, I just told him everything.
安心せ。我は知らぬということにしておく。
You may keep his word too. You don't have to worry about that. I'd appreciate that, thank you.
しかし、小春らしいな。あの傷は少年と小春の間に生まれた絆の証であったか。
That's a good way to put it. It's very fitting. If you don't mind my asking, when you saw him in the mirror, what was Hibiki like?
心配ない。あの様子ならこっくりさんの儀式を行うであろう。だが、主様、もう二度と話しかけてはならぬ。
Yeah, he's got a cold, obsessive aura about him when it comes to you. When it comes to humans. Why is that?
響きというたか。あの者の精神状態は危うい状態じゃ。悪霊になってもおかしくない。
Yes, very unstable. A wraith? Like an evil spirit? Can a normal ghost even become like that?
幽霊とは死者のことを言うが、本来ならば成仏して天上へ向かわねばならん。だが、心残りがあって写しを、聖者が住まうこの世にとどまっておる者もいてな。
And that's the state Hibiki's in.
写し世にいる間、精神状態が良好であればいいが、何かが起き、心が闇にとらわれれば悪霊となってしまうのだ。そうなってしまえば聖者をも襲う。
That explains the eerie cold I felt when I touched the mirror before. Reflecting on the danger I put myself in made me shiver. But Hibiki hasn't become a wraith yet, right?
そうなのだが、寂しさのあまり聖者を求めてしまう恐れがあるように思えての。
Yes, seek you out.
それに、我が見たところ、あの姿見には何者かが術を施した跡があった。おいそれと触れてはならんぞ。
Or else he might pull you in. But my friend Sayaka, she's been touching and talking to it, and nothing's bad happened to her. Well, she claimed nothing happened.
主様の場合を言うておるのだ。お主には不思議な魅力があるからな。
And everyone can't help but be drawn to you.
主様は神をも魅了する方ゆえ、もしかすると幽霊さえも魅了してしまうやもしれぬだろう。
I really feel like I could do without that kind of charm. Okay, well, thank you for explaining it to me. I'm so glad I didn't touch it earlier.
まあ、小春を呼び出してくれさえすれば、響きというものの心も安定するだろう。なんと言っても、二人は友人なのだからな。
That save that we just did leads to a bad end. She probably gets sucked into the mirror. You're right. As long as they keep their bond, I'm sure everything will turn out okay. With that, the two of us laughed.
それにしても主様は無茶をする。小春を気にして鏡の中におる幽霊に掛け合うとは。愛じゃの。
Is it love or is it reckless? You gotta pick one. Love?
違ったか？我はてっきり主様は小春にほの字かと思っておったのだが。
Who would have thought Yukimaro of all people would notice? Well, no, you're not wrong. Feeling a mix of embarrassment and relief, I admitted it. Seemingly finding all of this quite amusing, Yukimaro left and patted my back. You get a pat. After that, I carried on as usual, changing into my pajamas and getting ready for bed. I should visit the cafe and talk to the owner, but it might be better to wait until this unknown illness is resolved. As I sat on the bed pondering, there was a knock at the door. Yes, come in. Koharu entered, prompting me to stand. Koharu, welcome back. As I approached him, he chuckled musingly.
まるで犬だな。俺のしつけが良かったか？
I got you trained well. Don't say it like that. I guess that's his way of being affectionate. Annoyed by his words, I dragged my desk chair over and sat down. Did you find anything out about my illness? Koharu nodded grimly, and I tensely awaited his next words.
あの症状と発症した時期を踏まえて、俺は自里に帰り、あるまじないを調べたんだ。
A spell? Thinking I'd hear a medical diagnosis, the sudden mention of a spell took me by surprise.
覚えているか？前に教えた狐の嫁入りのまじないを。
Oh, is it going to come into effect? That was to keep, like, the heart of someone you love from wandering, though. I wonder how that's affecting her. Yes, she does.
我、ここへ思い置く。汝への心、忘れ得ぬ。
What does that mean?
心を置いていくって意味だ。そう誓わせれば、他に心を奪われることなく、里に、自分の元に帰ってくるということだ。だから、今のを女狐に言わせる習いなんだ。
You have to return to him, so you can never be separated. So every time she thinks about being separated, she faints. Wait, you think that spell has been cast on me? As I asked incredulously, Koharu nodded with a very serious face. But you said that spell wouldn't work unless it was cast by someone powerful.
お前にはない。だが、俺はどうだ？
I know, right? I said this in the beginning. Koharu has powers.
あの時、俺はまじないを唱えたが、韻を交わす前に、お前がさらに唱えた。そしてすぐ、お前から韻を交わした。つまり、お前にかかっちまってるんだよ。俺の力が作用して、かけちまったらしい。必ず帰ってくるよう、心を縛るまじないだ。俺は待っている側になるから症状はねえが、お前は違う。
I'm the female fox, the one who must return. Koharu nodded, then knelt on one knee in front of me, his head bowed. Oh?
すまない。大昔のまじないだと軽く見て、廃れたと思い込んでいた俺の失態だ。
No, it's not your fault, Koharu. I was the one who moved my hand that unknowingly completed the spell.
それでもだ。教えるべきじゃなかった。辛い思いをさせて、申し訳ない。
It's time for you to take responsibility for your actions. Please lift your head, get up. It's hard to talk to you like this. I knew that if I didn't say anything, Koharu would continue staring at the floor. Koharu lifted his head and stood up. Oh, that's a relief. But could that spell really be the cause of all this? I don't really remember the details, but...
昼間、お前に聞いただろ。症状が現れる前に、 何を考えていたかって。
I figured out they appeared whenever I thought of Koharu.
俺のことで気分が沈むと症状が現れるらしくてな。お前が安心すれば緩和される。
Hearing that, everything seemed to click. Because I fell in love with you, the symptoms got worse.
いや、それは違う。
Because Koharu loves you? That's why. The spell was made by the male fox, so the female fox would never leave. The one he loved would never leave. It's not. Koharu didn't answer right away and took a moment before he slowly started to speak.
あのまじないのせいで、お前の中にあった俺への印象が、恋情へと傾いたんだ。
Oh? It forced her to fall in love? Huh?
あのまじないには、どうやら相手を惚れさせる力もあるらしくてな。だから。
I like my hypothesis better. I don't like thinking about the fact that the spell caused her to fall in love. I don't like that at all. I'm just going to keep thinking that it's because Koharu's in love with her that she gets the symptoms because he's bound her to him, essentially.
お前が俺に向ける恋情は偽物だ。
You can keep telling yourself that. I felt my vision darken and the ground swayed below my feet. That's not possible. These feelings, they can't be a lie.
なら聞くが、お前が俺を意識したのはいつだ？
Well, it was after he cast the spell. Not only had he denied that he felt the same way about me, but he was saying the only reason I had these feelings was because of the spell. My feelings for him? Oh, I just realized that I made a wrong save file. I'm glad I realized this now. The first save file I made, I Won't Forget You, was not supposed to be a save. This is a save file. I guess we'll just make another one. But now I kind of want to go here and reread what he said, but maybe we'll visit it later. I'm gonna say I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I looked down, remaining silent. That's when I felt his warm, comforting hand gently pat my head. As his touch lingered, I felt tears welling up in my eyes. My fever began to build, and it didn't stop me from telling him how I really felt. I don't know. I don't know if these feelings I have for you are real or if they're from the spell. I'm so confused. Tears started to fall as I continued. But being told that the happiness I felt since falling for you could be a lie, it just makes me so sad. How could that even be possible? How could these feelings be a lie? I want to keep loving you, Koharu. Those were my honest feelings. Looking up at Koharu, I noticed he had tears in his eyes too. Aww.
偽りだとしても、お前の気持ちを嬉しく思う。ありがとう、ミサ。
His words soothed my heart, and I felt the fever that was starting to build subside.
まじないを解けば元通りになる。その方法も聞いてきたから安心しろ。
The spell's gonna go away and she's still gonna be in love with you. Okay. I responded, but my mind was elsewhere. What if I still have feelings for Koharu even after the spell is lifted? Then these feelings are true. Koharu, if my feelings remain even after the spell is lifted, will you believe me then?
お前、何言って。
You don't have to feel the same way about me. I just want you to believe me. So if my feelings for you continue even after the spell is lifted, I'll tell you again. I knew it was completely selfish of me. I knew it would trouble him, but I couldn't stop myself from saying it. For now, I love you, Koharu.
お前、どうかしてるぞ。
For now.
とりあえずってなんだよ。
All this time, he would say it was because of the spell and not to flinch, but now he was bright red. Ah, that's the look I wanted to see. She wants to know that you feel the same. If he was going to reject my feelings, then at least I wanted his reaction to be like this. I'm sure this is selfish of me. Still, seeing him flustered like this gave me peace. After Koharu coughed, he grabbed both of my shoulders, still slightly blushing.
よく聞け。いいか。思いはいずれ風化していくんだ。特にあやかし相手なら忘れるのも早い。
There are some who never forget.
なんでそう言い切れる？
Hibiki hasn't forgotten. Suddenly, Koharu's expression froze. Koharu, what's wrong? Koharu looked away.
どうして今になって。
Why now what? He muttered, looking surprised. Oh. Hibiki is calling him. I bet you. I bet you he is. He released my shoulders and faced me with a serious look.
仕事が入ったから少し離れるが、一人にしても平気か？
I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot. Dang it. What is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's saying that eventually you'll forget about me. These feelings for me will fade. So he's like, I think, is the only spirit who hasn't had a selfish desire to want to stay with her. Like, even Yukimaro has had a selfish desire to want to stay with her. I think even Kuroha did. They tried to find a way, but there was no way that he found. Hibiki, Seiya, and Senna were definitely selfish. They wanted it 100%. Koyo, I mean, yeah, but he wasn't dead anyway, so. Manami, of course he was selfish. Koharu is the one that has genuinely not been selfishly wanting to stay with her, which I think is really cute. Yeah, I'll be fine, but work? He was summoned as the spirit board?
少し時間がかかるかもしれないから、気にせず先に寝ておけ。
It's Hibiki. Okay, bye. I called out to him, but Koharu had already turned away. Then he suddenly stopped and looked back.
お前の気持ちが続いていたら、その時はちゃんと聞く。それじゃあ、おやすみ。
You are going to make me wait until chapter 8, aren't you? I'm not going to get a CG, and I'm not going to get to listen to the confession because it's ending. I don't want it to end. What he said just now, I knew it didn't necessarily mean he felt the same way as I did, but it still filled my heart with joy. This makes me so happy. I still wasn't sure of what would happen next, but for now I wanted to bask in this feeling. Even if the feelings I felt for him weren't to love, that wouldn't change the precious memories I made with him up until this point. I knew that for certain. Yeah, end chapter, no CG. Oh, well, maybe after this. Maybe after this we'll get it. Actually, we're not going to get a CG. It's just going to end. Midnight. Oh, he's back. After finishing up with the spirit board ritual, I returned to Misa's side, my heart feeling lighter. She looks like she's in a very deep sleep. Silently, I covered her with blankets to avoid waking her. She looked so happy.
俺を惚れさせるなんて。お前はほんとムカつく女だな。
How infuriating. I softly stroked Misa's hair, though I complained I was smiling. Even if the love she felt for me wasn't real, she'd remain dear to my heart. I couldn't part with these feelings for Misa. I sighed, realizing just what a burden this emotional attachment would be.
ほんとムカつく男です。
You're very annoying.
あっってお前かよ。急に出てくんじゃねえ。びっくりして声を荒げちまっただろうが。こいつが起きちまうだろう。
良いですか、小春さん。もしも彼女の気持ちが本物なら、あなたは受け止めるべきです。
あ？お前が口を出す問題じゃねえ。
What's with this guy? Was he listening in on the conversation I had with Misa?
そうはいくまい。私の彼女を思う気持ちは本物であるからな。
He's doing creepy ghost stuff again. Now he's in his god form.
お前は違うのか？
This guy.
例えば、お前でなく、彼女が私を選んでいたなら、私は迷わず今の己を捨て、彼女を選ぶ。
Oh? He would have given up his status? Is that what's going to happen to his route?
だが、彼女はお前を選んだ。それなら私は、彼女の幸せを考え、お前に彼女を託そう。さて、見せてもらおうか。お前の愛はいかほどのものか。
なるほどな。ここでその顔を見せるとは思ってなかったぜ。
Before he claimed he was merely a god watching over Misa, but now it was something else entirely.
俺がこいつの気持ちに応えなかったらどうするつもりだ？
Toka didn't reply, he just smiled confidently. Yeesh, I think I may have bitten off more than I could chew here. I feel like I am the one being haunted. Without a word, Toka vanished. I sighed and looked back down at Misa.
ミサ、恨むぞ。
It's all your fault. No, I need a CG. I knew that was gonna happen. I thought maybe since he's in the room, maybe we'll get a CG of her sleeping and with him doing something like patting her head or something. I don't know. Whatever. Fine. I'm still going to stick with my theory that because if I'm remembering what he said correctly, the fox spirit did the ritual so like the one he loves never strays away again, never falls for someone else. That's the reason why she's bound to him or whatever. It's not she didn't fall in love because of that. Maybe it does cause people to fall in love, but I don't think that's the case with her. Whatever, it's fine. He'll figure it out once she tells him again. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.